Hey boo, what's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan, also known as Juicy J in some circles. And I am here with my watermelon juice. Okay, what else would I be drinking? And I'm gonna go live with my friend Brett. So, Brett is also known as Juice Feaster. What's up everyone? What's up Herbal Tea? What's up guys? Juice Feaster. And I've been a big fan of his for a long time now. I love the name, Juice Feaster, because this lifestyle is an abundant lifestyle. I love that name. And we're gonna talk all about juice. And I got lots of questions for him, and you guys sent me some great questions, so let's get into it. He's here now, of course, because he's... Let's do it, boo. Let's do it, boo. Let's see how the camera's angle is gonna look. Here we go. Okay.
What's up, Jeanette?
What's up, Brett? How are you?
What's up, Brett? How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Yeah,
are you
I'm
a fellow
Miami.
Floridian?
Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Miami. Where are you?
Very cool. I'm in Gulfport, which is right by Tampa, St. Pete area.
Oh, I got a few
right on
friends
the
up
coast.
there. I got to connect
Oh,
you.
I got a few friends up there.
No
I
kidding.
gotta connect you.
Well,
Yeah,
I hear my
absolutely.
feedback. I wonder
Well,
why.
I hear my feedback. I wonder why.
Is it me or is it you?
Are you
It's
playing
often
me
me.
on a different phone? I hear myself.
Are you playing me on a different phone? I hear myself.
No,
Oh, Instagram
no,
is
just
such
on
a
one
mess.
phone.
Oh, Instagram is such a mess.
You know, I tried to do a live let's see, when was that? Last Monday.
Let
and
me
it
put
just
on
wouldn't even
headphones.
connect for
Maybe
me. So it
that
could,
Let me
fix
put
it.
on
I don't know.
headphones.
Hold on.
Maybe that will fix
This
it.
is
I don't know.
crazy.
Hold on.
Because do you hear me twice?
yeah, maybe
Do
I
you hear me twice?
So weird.
can, no,
So weird.
maybe I can try headphones on my end
Instagram
too.
has
Maybe
so
that
many
would help.
glitches.
Instagram.
Okay, let's
so
try
many
this.
glitches.
No, I hear myself.
Okay, let's try this.
Does that help?
No, I hear myself.
Wow.
Thank you
Let
so
me-
much,
Let me
Boo.
get headphones myself. Just a second.
You're a
Thank you
mess.
so much, Boo. They're a mess.
Question. Do you guys hear me
What?
twice?
Question. Do you
I
guys
hear
hear me
my
twice?
echo.
Because
Tell
I
me,
hear my
guys.
echo.
What's up, Tessa? Yes,
Tell me,
Tessa
guys.
hears me twice.
What's up, Tessa? Yes. Tessa
Twice is
hears me
good.
twice.
Twice is juicy.
Twice is good. Twice is juicy.
Let's try this. I'll try not to destroy the phone here.
I hope this works.
I hope this works.
Why? Why do I even
Why?
try with Instagram anymore?
Why do I even try with Instagram anymore?
Hello? Yes! And
Can
no
you
more
hear me now?
feedback. Yeah!
Is that
It
better?
was you!
It was me. It was all me.
It
I'll
was
take
yo
full
ass.
responsibility.
Okay. Okay. But listen, your specialty is not lives. Your
Thought
specialty
we
is
saw
juice.
that.
Okay? So so
Amen,
let's get
sister.
into it, Brett, because I don't know your full story, but I'm a big fan of yours and you're putting out amazing content. And so
Cool.
I want to know what got you into
Awesome, thank
juicing?
you.
How did you get here? How did you become the juice feaster that you are right here today?
Well, I've been making juice my entire professional career, but not in the most healthy ways possible, I would say. So I have a degree from food science, food chemistry from Purdue University. So I'm ancient. I graduated from college in 1996. And right after that, I went to work in the commercial juice world. So I worked for a cranberry juice company in upper central Wisconsin, and I formulated commercial cranberry juice blends for a company up there. It's still in existence, actually, called Northland Cranberries. And that was kind of where I initially got into the world of juice, albeit, you know, commercially pasteurized and filtered juices for sure. But it was at that time that I was intrigued by the natural aspects of juice. I was in a natural food store in central Wisconsin, just happened to be walking through, and there was a book rack, you know, a spiral book rack like you might find greeting cards on. And there was a book there by Steve Meyerowitz called Juice Fasting for Health. And I was like, what the heck is this about? And so this was the Sprout Man. Juice, you know, he's since passed away, but his sons, Ari and Noah, carry on the Sprout Man legacy. I picked up that book. It was $8. I still keep it on my end table and refer to it often. But that was what really got my interest going about juicing and the world of natural living and natural health. At that point in time, I was 22, had zero health concerns. I rode my bike across country right after college, a buddy and I, so I had just ridden my bike 4,300 miles, had zero health problems, had not a health care issue in the world. And so why did I need this? I don't know. Maybe it was just the universe kind of connecting my future self to me at that point in time. So fast forward, I worked in the juice industry for a while, and then my wife and I decided to start a business taking juice and fermenting it. So in 2004, my wife and I started a winery called New Day Craft in Indianapolis, Indiana. And we made, at our peak, after about 15 years, we were making about 50,000 gallons of hard cider and fermented honey wine called mead. And during that 15 years, I drank myself silly, and I ate everything that I could put in front of myself. And so I had, not the healthiest of lifestyles, and it eventually caught up to me. So like a lot of other people, I came back to juicing and real juicing and natural juices only after my health started to take a nosedive. And so that was what brought me back. Now, based on that book I bought by Steve Meyerowitz, Juice Fasting for Health, I bought a Champion juicer in 1996. I was at a natural food co-op in Geneva, New York, and I had zero money, but one was on sale, so I bought it and actually carry on the plane back to Wisconsin with me, and I still have that juicer today. So when my health took a nosedive in 2012, 2013, I pulled the old Champion out and put it to work, and in 24 I started seeing marked improvements in my health, the issues that I was having, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just running everything through it: celery, carrots, apples, ginger, turmeric, whatever I could find, greens. And I discovered that juicer wasn't the best juicer that I could have, and so I picked up a Green Star used off of eBay and decided, based on my results with just adding a juice in daily and kind of improving that way, why not just go for 30 days? So in 2018, January, I embarked upon a 30-day juice feast where I just drank all the juice I could get, 5, 6, 7 liters a day of all sorts of juices. And the experience was so profound for me, Jeanette, I decided to opt out of our business, opt out of the career that I'd been in for 20 years. And my wife and I decided to sell our business, and I decided to help people learn how to fix their health with juicing and raw living foods. And so that's kind of the Reader's Digest version of how
it's incredible.
I
That's an incredible story. Yeah, me too.
Drinking juice.
Yeah, I couldn't show up to this live without a juice now. But that's an incredible story.
Amen.
And I love so much how your, obstacles led you to your passion and your purpose and your fate as a juice feaster, inspiring millions. You're going to inspire the world. Yeah, you are.
I'm trying. I'm working
this
at
is
it.
Incredible,
for sure.
guys. Do you see his rock bottom led to his life purpose? So that was an amazing story, and I'm really inspired. And I have lots of. We are similar. I'm from the juice industry too, so this is cool. Yeah, but I was very,
No kidding.
I didn't know what I didn't know.
Awesome.
So and so okay now.
Sure.
Some benefits of juice, because obviously there's a lot, but if somebody just adds in a juice every day, doesn't go on a juice feast, what if somebody just adds in a juice? What do you think some of the benefits could be if they do that?
Well, I think that's a great idea, and it's actually a way that I recommend people to really enjoy the benefits of juicing. I don't completely feel like it's absolutely necessary for people to do what I did, although I find a lot of benefit in it. I feel like a great way to get started is just by that, adding in 16 to 32 ounces of juice daily. You're going to concentrate the amount of living nutrition that you're bringing into your body. Juicing allows us to absorb the nutrition much more easily, much more gently on our digestive system. It's very low metabolic stress, so that it allows our bodies to kind of thrive as opposed to just surviving. And so it's great. There's in home pressed juices, there's still plenty of insoluble and soluble fiber there. People say, oh, there's no fiber in juice. Well, in commercially filtered, micro-filtered juices, that's true. But in home pressed, absolutely, yeah, I used to do this. We'd run this through a very, very small micron filter to pull everything out of it. Yeast, molds, fiber, anything out of it. But in home pressed juices, we don't have that technology. We have very appropriate technology that lets us take out the bulk of the fiber, but there's still plenty of fiber in there, both soluble and insoluble, for nutrient uptake and microbiome health, which is what often people will cite as a problem with juice. Like, well, your healthy bacteria have nothing to live on. Well, how big are these bacteria? And how big is the pore size on the filter screens of our juicers? So there's plenty of fiber in there. And just give your digestive system a break and concentrate some nutrition and consume the nutrition from produce way more than you could ever eat in a day. So it's just a great way to amplify what you're already doing, and keep doing what you're doing, add that in, and then if you want to take it to the next level, you can go
you
up
have
from there.
that was amazing. I agree completely. And you have more knowledge than the average person on juice. I didn't know your story, so now I'm very curious now, Brett. Do these juices in the store, even if it's organic, these pasteurized juices in the store, do they have any nutritional value in your opinion?
They're sugar, which humans thrive on sugar. They're carbohydrates, and humans do thrive on carbohydrates. And the way we did it from a formulation perspective, really the main nutrient you're going to get out of them is vitamin C, ascorbic acid. As a juice formulator, we would put a heightened level of vitamin C in the beverage prior to pasteurization, so that when the product went through the heat treatment and the pasteurizer, it destroys vitamin C to a certain level, and we would have to have a certain amount in the bottle at the end of the shelf life to meet the FDA requirements. And so there is going to be some vitamin C in there generally, and more often than not, manufacturers overdose the vitamin C to make sure that it still has that in there. But I like to say that it really is kind of dead juice, but it's carbohydrates. So if you're out and about and you don't have a real juice, it can do in a pinch, but I would prefer fresh is best always, for sure. You're going to get the living enzymes, the phytonutrients, all those things that haven't been heat treated or pasteurized. The heat treatment, by the way, that we would run juices through in commercial juice pasteurization, it's a minimum of 10 seconds at a minimum of like 190 or 195 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's damn near boiling, it's damn near steam that we're running these juices through to basically be able to cap them then, and they can stay on the shelf at room temperature for at least a year, and generally speaking,
so
more than a
synthetic
year.
vitamin C is added to meet the requirements. That is incredible knowledge
Correct.
to have. I'm from the juice industry where everything was raw, organic, unpasteurized. However, I got investors that made me start HPPing the juice, which is like,
Sure.
So
High pressure,
we use cold water. Yeah, but
that's
not
better.
fresh.
Yeah, it's better.
It's not fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh is best. I just like to say that, HPP is going to be better than pasteurized, but, here again, if you're at the store, the kids are antsy, you're in a hurry, you had a flat tire, grab a Suja or grab whatever. Oftentimes Fresh Time or Sprouts will have juices that they make in-house, and those can be pretty good too. They're not oftentimes HPP. So if you take a little bit, you
I
can
agree.
find them.
And in different desperate times call for desperate measures here. Like let's choose a juice over a can of soda, of course.
Sure.
But great to know. Thank you for that inside
Yeah.
information. So now, what is your best? I have so many questions. And guys, if you would like to ask Juice Feaster a question, please leave it in the question comment below. You see that little question mark? Put it there, boo, so I don't miss your question. Okay, Brett. Wow, I just learned so much already. It's only 15 minutes in. I'm so glad we got the sound figured out. So, question,
Time
what
is
is
flying.
your, because you
Yeah.
obviously make juice a lot. And so what is
Dude.
your best tip on
On the
making
daily.
juice faster? Because a lot of people that I know, they're just like, I can't make juice because I have a job and a life and kids and it's hard and it's so much work. So can you give us some tips and tricks that you use to make it happen? Because I'm assuming you're busy too. Yeah.
I am, yeah, very busy. The main thing is, and I agree with that sentiment. It was one that I kind of experienced too, like, oh, this is so laborious. Oh, I got to clean the freaking juicer. Oh, it's such a pain. But you have to think about, I put it in perspective, like cleaning the juicer and prepping everything. How much time do we typically, if we're not a raw vegan, how much time do we typically spend preparing a cooked food meal? How much time do we spend cleaning the grill or barbecue implements after we make a barbecue dinner? Or how long does it take to clean the lasagna pan? Nobody says squat about that. They're like, oh, it took me 3 minutes to clean the juicer. Let's put this in perspective. Let's keep it in perspective. All right. So the main thing is just get zen with it. Realize that when you finish cleaning this juicer and it's on your countertop ready for the next juicing session, you have got however much juice you made that is going to nourish you. It's going to hydrate you. It's going to elevate your emotions because it's full of living energy, living energy from the sun. And so keep that in mind. But beyond that, keep the recipe simple. Don't stress on making a 15 ingredient juice recipe because you saw it.
I was just going to say, because you saw Juice Feaster make it.
Right. Just keep it simple. 3 to 5 ingredients, two ingredients, like apples and cilantro and a lemon, like keep it simple. Make it so that you don't even have to think about it. Find 3 or 4 recipes that no matter when you make it, you love it. And commit that recipe to memory so that whenever you're at the grocery store or at the market or the farmer's market or whatever, you can just say, oh, I need a dozen apples, I need 2 bundles of cilantro, and I need 6 limes.
What a great tip.
Just keep it simple. And that makes it really easy. Beyond that, there are some juicers that are really fast, which can help too. So those
great
are my
tip,
top tips
guys.
for making it speedy.
Make it easy. Keep it simple. Sexy. Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it
okay.
simple.
And so Juice Feaster,
Totally.
Brett, what are some of your favorite juices that you love to make over and over and over?
So the one I'm having is one I really like. It's simple too. It's apples, oranges, celery, and carrots. So 4 ingredients. 4 apples, 4 oranges, 6 sticks of carrots. What was the other ingredient? Celery, like 6 sticks of celery. Like super simple, super delicious. Ingredients are found in every grocery store in the world. So no matter where you're at, pack your little Try Best Shine juicer in your carry-on bag, and if you're traveling or road trip, plug it into your cigarette lighter with an inverter. You can make this juice anywhere in the world super easily. So I like that one. I have a celery cilantro tonic that I like, which is apple, celery, cucumber, cilantro, obviously, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of turmeric, and a lemon. And I've got all these recipes. If you go back through my feed, you can find them all. And I'm uploading them little by little to my website, which is juicertestkitchen.com.
I love it. Juice is like one of the, it's tough because I went on a lot of juice cleanses in my life, Brett, because I was from the juice industry, and so I was selling juice cleanses all the time, so I was doing them. And I'm not a big fan of juice cleanses anymore, but juice is a big part of my life because I feel like it's a life hack.
Awesome.
Do you agree? It is. So, okay, I have a lot of questions from people. Guys, if you have a question, leave it in the question comments. Let me ask you a few questions from my audience. So, somebody would like to know how to deal with emotions on a juice cleanse. So, speaking of a juice cleanse, which you did for 30 days, is that the longest you did? Oh.
No, I've done 105 days, actually. I followed up. I knew how profound the 30-day was, so fast forward a little bit, we sold our business as we wanted to, and when I rid myself of that obligation in my life, one of the first things I did was 105 days. I started in late October 2019 and went through to my birthday in February 3rd of 2020. So I did 105 days and truly transformational. And here again, I don't recommend or encourage anyone to just jump right into something like that. It took me a minute to work up to that, but it was
at
was
the same
profound for
time,
me,
Brett,
for sure.
it's just like we don't encourage people to eat processed foods either.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna go to McDonald's or do a
True.
juice cleanse,
Yeah.
maybe you need a juice cleanse. You know. But because I mean, listen, it
Yeah.
saved your health. Juicing definitely saved my health.
Totally.
Incredible.
I had zero issues. I
Wow.
turned 50 in February, so I have zero issues. My doctor says, I don't know what you're doing, Brett, but
Give
just
him your
keep doing
Instagram.
it.
Give him
I don't
your
care what
yeah.
you're doing. Just keep doing it.
So now, my friend wants
Yeah,
to know
right?
how to deal with emotions on a juice cleanse.
Emotions, yeah. Yeah, it brings up a lot of stuff, like you dig deep on these things, and I think you just got to face them. And the main thing I like to recommend to people is I would rather see you, if it gets too tough, don't beat yourself up, man. Don't just destroy yourself from the inside out by being on these things. Like, I'd rather see you eat all fruit all day long for the rest of your life than just wreck yourself on a 30-day juice feast. Just, you got to face it, but also be kind and gentle to yourself. Just remember that we're human. We have epigenetic things that have been passed on to us from generations, and sometimes it brings this stuff up, and you unlock this energy in you that has been dormant for generations that it just has to come out. And I recommend people easing into that. The other thing, emotionally wise, I think a lot of people deal with cravings, and so consistency is key. I like to start consuming calories, whether I'm on juice or solid food, at the same time every day. I like to kind of keep a very steady rhythm of when I eat and when I stop eating, because there are some hormones that get triggered that kind of encourage those hunger responses and hunger feelings. And so the more consistent we can keep that, the easier it is, I think, to be in the off time. So yeah, those are my biggest tips. And don't underconsume calories. I think really that's the biggest one, and that's why I picked Juice Feaster rather than Juice Faster, is because that was the key. I had tried a few juice fasts, 2011, 2010, and I'd start for like a 3-day on a Friday night, and by Saturday evening I was like, fuck it, let's go get pizza.
Yeah.
So and the reason was I was consuming like 700, 800, 900 calories. And when you go from eating a standard American diet to consuming 900 calories of juice, you're going to be freaking hungry. So don't beat yourself up like that. Consume calories. Get as many calories, if not more calories, from juice than you would if you were eating solid food. And this is fuel. This is energy. This is nutrition. This is going to help you thrive, and you can thrive even when you're on a juice fast, juice feast.
That's my biggest fear, Brett. Like recommending a juice fast to someone, and they don't drink enough, and then by Saturday night they say fuck it, and they go from I have a guy, my friend Gil Jacobs. He's like a very big in the colonic world, right? He's a very famous colon hydrotherapist, and he always says, doing a juice cleanse and then going to eat pizza is like going from the penthouse to the outhouse. Going from the penthouse to the outhouse, and your body doesn't know what the hell is going on. So thank you for clarifying that. Okay, we have lots of questions. You guys didn't follow the instructions, but okay. I'll read them anyway. Sophia wants to know. Thank you, Sophia, for being here, boo. Do you think an all-fruit diet can clean out the body like a juice cleanse, Brett?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's amazing. I don't like to demonize ways of eating or put ways of eating on a pedestal per se. I think there are a lot of ways to peel the banana for health. This is what works for me. I think an all fruit existence with some tender leafy greens is very suitable for us and very advantageous for us. Find what works with you and stick with it. I think where a lot of people, Jeanette, go wrong is this: they're up, down, try this, they're off this for 30 days, then they're on to this next issue. And I think consistency whatever you do,
Yeah.
stick at it for a while. You know, I was 45 before I attempted to do a juice feast, and you know, that's 45 years of hard living.
Yeah.
You know, like drinking and staying up late and eating beef tartare after a shift at the tasting room. You know, so like this stuff just doesn't go away. These conditions just don't go away overnight. We have to have patience with our body's ability to do what it does best and heal itself. And ultimately, it's not this that does it. Our bodies do it. We're just, by consuming this, we're just giving our bodies the opportunity to have the time and the space and the nutrition to do what it does best. And I think that's the way with eating fruit, you know? Lots of people do that. And that primarily, that's what I consume the most of, is juice and fruit and tender leafy green
Brett,
salads.
I'm so happy we're doing this live, because I didn't know that you have I didn't know you had the same philosophy as me. That's absolute, because are you an Arnold Ehret fan
Awesome.
as well? Yes.
I know,
I
know that protocol for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's all great. These are all ways, like I say, they're all
I love that.
ways you can peel the banana. And
I'm going to have to steal that expression,
Stick
Brett.
with
I'm
it.
sorry. There's so many ways to peel the banana. Come
feel free.
on now.
Feel free.
That's
You can peel it from the bottom. You can peel it from the top. You can just crack it open like this. I mean, you can cut it.
That's incredible. Okay,
so many
next
ways.
question. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. If you have any questions, leave them in the question comment. Okay, so my friend wants to know what 100% fruit juice in the store is good. Brett, are there any brands that you recommend more than others in the store? You said Suja. You said...
Yeah, that's one. I would recommend finding... Whole Foods or Fresh Ton, or you've got a Erewhon,
no, I make this
Erewhon
myself.
juice.
I
Like,
live
you
in...
can find one of those.
Yeah, Erewhon is, I think,
Oh,
only in
okay.
Cali.
That's just...
Right.
In Miami, doesn't have
Like
Erewhon, just West Coast. Okay, yeah. So find a place like that if you're in a major metro area and you have New York City. Find the luxury of that and find those stores, specialty stores, and look back in their deli department. Oftentimes, they'll have juices they've made in-house. If not... like the naked juices and things like that, I avoid like any of the really major brands. Those are like PepsiCo and major multinational corporations, and I just try and avoid them. I think Suja is one that I've seen before. I really don't look for them, so I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine Juice Feaster buying a juice in the store and being on the front cover of Inquirer. Yeah.
I have before. When I did my 30-day juice feast, one of my tips to survive a juice feast is, like you say, in case of emergency, break glass. And so I was committed to this 30-day juice feast, but I was also running our winery. I ran the manufacturing side and worked long hours. And there was a point in time where I just did not, I literally had zero time. I was up in the morning at 5:30 to get the canning line ready. We made a canned variety, so I was getting the canning line ready, and I was done at 10:30, 11 at night, and I was right back at it the next morning. So there was 3 days that I had zero ability to really successfully make juice. So I would stop at the grocery store on the way in, and I bought organic orange juice. I just bought as many of the quart organic varieties as I could get. And I existed for 3 days on that 30-day juice feast on nothing but liter after liter after liter of orange juice and water. And I stuck with it, and I had 2,500 calories a day of orange juice and did fine. I don't recommend that, but it was still juice, and it still counted. So
yeah, well, thank you for sharing that, because people somebody watching this needs to hear that. You're going to find a way to do it, or you're going to find an excuse. You just heard Brett's story. Yeah. He wasn't
absolutely
home all day making juice,
I was beating it over the back, running a business. We had 15 employees that we were working with, and we had distribution in 5 states. And so it was not for the faint of heart to undertake this juice feast, but I was committed to it, and I stuck with it, and I did it, and it was transformational, and it was so transformational that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Yes, so guys, if you're not following Brett, please follow him and reach out to him, and check out his page. He's changing the world. And so I love your content. It's so bright and beautiful, and you're giving great recipes. And you did one recently on the coconut in the store, the brown coconuts, because nobody knows what the hell to do with these.
Oh, yeah.
And you made an amazing juice with them, smoothie. Next question we have. This is a great question, Brett. I'm excited for you to answer this one. Brett, you call yourself a professional juicer. When did humans start juicing fruit and vegetables, Brett? What a question.
Well, shortly after electricity was developed, I suppose. But, I think oftentimes people will use the adage of, well, that's not an ancestral way to, prepare food. And, I can't disagree with that our ancestors didn't have juicers. They didn't have electricity. But I can guarantee you that they were taking oranges and or whatever fruits might have been local to them and putting them in a container of some sort and, stomping on them and straining that juice out and enjoying it that way. So, we can argue all day long on what's the best ancestral way to do this, but I think there are also some great advantages to technology. And, we're on an iPhone that 15 years ago no one would have ever thought about being in existence, but yet here we are, and here that person is that asked that question on their iPhone. So I think it's important to realize that there are technological advantages that we can utilize and gain benefit from. And I think concentrating nutrition in an easily absorbable, easily digestible, low metabolic stress format.
I love that. I didn't address it earlier, but you said it earlier. You said it's easily absorbable nutrition, which is so key, guys, because if you've eaten processed food, if you've eaten, meat and dairy, if you've eaten this junk food, then you have compromised your digestive system. And juice is so good because it is so easily absorbed, especially when you're dealing with health issues. Easy. So guys, you will just benefit from adding fresh juice into your life. And you don't have to do a juice feast. Just, if you could do it once a week, if you could juice one,
Yeah, and we never had as a species, we never had fast food either. We never had processed food. We never had banquet meals or Amy's Kitchen or any of these things. And so because we do now, it's created conditions that we have to use every means at our disposal to kind of counteract after we discover that those other things aren't so hot for us. So,
where are you from, Brett? Okay.
I'm from Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana area. I grew up on a farm. My family are livestock farmers. I'm a 6th generation farm kid. My relatives homesteaded in 1828, and that's where I was born at. My family's still there. They weren't real happy when I went vegan about that, but they've grown to accept it, and we all love each other and know that we all have our different paths that we choose.
You have an accent.
So I'm from Indiana.
I want to know where. Yes. Okay.
Farm kid
I
accent.
have so many questions, but I just want to know a few things. First of all, how do you deal with the holidays? How long have you been vegan, and how do you deal with the Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays?
Yeah, so my wife and I, it was right around when I was starting to have some health issues, I decided to go vegan and convinced my wife to do the same thing in August 1st of 2014. So just a little over 8 years, I guess. Just had the vegan anniversary there in August. So yeah, that's when I started the journey, and I'd kind of hit rock bottom with my health at that point, and I had shingles. I was getting sore throats and bronchitis 2 or 3 times a year. I was missing work, high fevers, you name it. I was overweight, just a lot of things. So, it's like a lot of people, stuff starts piling up on you. Your body starts giving you signals that you're not doing so well, and you better make some changes or else it's not going to end well.
So now what happens when you go to your family's house for the holidays?
Okay, yeah, holidays. We make things that everyone can enjoy. My family enjoys things that my wife and I make for them if we're having a holiday meal or we get together. If we go back to visit Indiana and they insist we meet at a restaurant, I'll just get a salad, get a salad and a fresh fruit bowl, and make sure I've had some juice and fruit before we go. And, I went through my 105-day feast, went through all the holidays, the holiday season, and I just had juice. I helped my wife prepare a meal for our family, cooked food meal for our family, and I just had juice and felt freaking amazing. That was my gig. It just felt good, and we if we're committed to something and want to follow through.
Wow.
On the commitment,
Okay. I want to know, and last question, and guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Sorry, I can't. There's a lot of amazing people here, and I'm sure there were questions, but put them in the question comment booth. Okay, my last question for you, or second to last, Brett, is I want to know, what is your juicer of choice? What is the juicer that you recommend right now?
Well, there are about 5 of them that I kind of cycle through. My gig is really to trial and test juicers and be able to find the strengths and weaknesses of all of them, so I can make appropriate recommendations in all price points. The best of the best is a pure juicer. It's the best nutrient extraction, the best yield, the best pulp-free, silky smooth juice, all stainless steel. It's the Rolls-Royce, the Maserati, the whatever high-end
it's the durian
automotive.
Of juicers. Yes.
It is. Yeah, it's the go-to. That said, there are a few others that I recommend. I really like the Green Star series from TriBest. I think in their price point range, they're the best for the ability to do greens, herbs, celery, carrots, hard roots, and fruits. The Green Star Pro and the Green Star Elite. For a single horizontal juicer, I really like the Sauna 727, which is also great to be able to make like black seed oil or walnut oil, or if you're into nutritional oils like that from nuts or seeds. In terms of speed and convenience, I really like the new Kuvings Revo 830, as well as the Nama J2. Those are the fastest, most convenient juicers that I've ever used. They're just so fast and easy, it's hard not to use them. So if you're into convenience, you want to make juice fast, get either one of those. If you're on a budget and looking for a really great juicer for both budget and aficionado alike, I really like the TriBest Shine as a great juicer, and it's the one I take with me when I travel. I throw it in my carry-on bag and be prepared for TSA to open up your bag and see what's in it.
Okay, wow, thank you so much, Brett. That is amazing. I wrote some notes, but yeah, guys, he just went through all the, for budget, for the fast making juice. I mean, this is important stuff because there's so much out there. And I remember when I was trying to find a juicer, I was like researching, and I didn't know, and then pros and cons and all the things. So thank you for that. And thank you so much to Bobby Buns, who just bought a badge. Thank you, Boo. So nice of you. If you have any questions, let me know, Bobby. You're amazing. And so, okay, last question for you, Brett. Thank you so much for your time. Is there anything that you would like to promote? Is there anything you're working on, or any place that you would like people to find you other than Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram is always a great place to connect, and send me a DM if you have any questions. I've really been putting a lot of work lately into uploading recipes to my website, which is juicertestkitchen.com. So eventually I'm going to have 1,000 recipes up there. I think I've got close to 50 right now. So I want that to be a place where people can just go and find juices at a whim and at a will, and be ready to make them and keep their lifestyle thriving. So those are probably the 2 main places. I have a review channel on YouTube, Juice Feaster, there as well. You can find me on Facebook and TikTok and all that.
I didn't know you had a YouTube. Pinterest. Oh, I'm gonna check out your YouTube right after this. Okay, so last question, Brett, is if you could put headphones on every single person in the world, every person in the world, and you could communicate a message to everyone, every age, every country, what is, no pressure, what is one message that you would love to share with the world?
I would just say that we're all connected. We're all one. We're all in this together. avoid the media, avoid the division, avoid the diet lifestyle wars, avoid all of that. Remember that we're all in this together, and that, you know, we're all energy. We're all connected through that energy. We can heal ourselves through that energy, and just, you know, love everyone. Love yourself first, and then from there, with that love first for yourself, you can love.
I love it.
So
thank
that
you
would be
so
my message.
much, Brett. And if you guys are, thank you so much. And if you're
Awesome.
watching on
Thank you,
YouTube,
Jeanette.
I'll leave all the links below, guys. And if you're on Instagram, go follow Brett and follow him on YouTube, Juice Feaster. And thank you so much for your knowledge, experience, and for taking time to be with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jeanette. I really appreciate it. It's
Yes,
been great
thank
to
you so
chat
much,
with
Brett.
you.
Have
Let's
a
do it again
beautiful day.
sometime.
Bye.
Peace.